This is the Amazonas Theater, the main tourist spot in Manaus. It's located in Largo de São Sebastião on Eduardo Ribeiro Avenue, in the city center, in the southern part of the Amazonas capital. It's one of the most important theaters in Brazil. In 1966, it was declared a National Historic Site. It was inaugurated on December 31, 1896, and its construction began in 1884, during the rubber boom, when there was great wealth and modernization in the city of Manaus, which became at the time one of the richest in Brazil, becoming known as the Paris of the tropics. The theater construction project was presented to the Provincial Assembly on May 21, 1881, by Amazonian Deputy Antonio José Fernandes Jr. The Portuguese Office of Engineering and Architecture in Lisbon won the bid for the work. The theater's architectural style is Renaissance with eclectic details. Most of the technical labor was brought in from Europe, but the interior decoration was the responsibility of Crispim do Amaral from Pernambuco and Domenico de Angelis from Italy. On its front facade, there is a bust in honor of Eduardo Ribeiro from Maranhão, who was governor of Amazonas during the theater's construction. There are also tributes to Joaquim Manuel de Macedo, a teacher, writer, and journalist from Rio de Janeiro, Enrique Alves de Mesquita, an artist, composer, and conductor, João Caetano dos Santos, an actor and theater entrepreneur, Francisco Correa Vasquez, a playwright and actor, Antônio Carlos Gomes, a composer and conductor from São Paulo, and Henrique Eulálio Gurjão, a composer and conductor from Pará. Most of the material used in the construction of the theater was imported from Europe. The steel walls from Glasgow, Scotland. Most of the chandeliers and the Carrara marble for the stairs, statues, and columns are from Italy. The metal structure of the dome comes from Belgium and is covered with 36,000 pieces of glazed ceramic tiles, shaped like fish scales, and vitrified tiles from Alsace, France. The green, yellow, and blue mosaic alludes to the Brazilian flag and was painted by artist Lourenço Machado. Its auditorium has a capacity for 701 people and is divided into stalls and 4 further levels of boxes seats. Masks can be seen in homage to the world's great authors, playwrights, and composers, such as Shakespeare, Beethoven, Mozart, Molière, and Aristophanes. On the concave ceiling of the hall, in addition to a large bronze chandelier from France, there are paintings from Paris depicting dance, music, tragedy, and opera. The theater has a grand hall that reflects the grandeur and refinement of the venue. It was here that the great social events of the time took place. Its floor was made of fine Brazilian woods, forming a geometric mosaic. It was assembled without the use of nails or screws, using the technique of marquetry. The walls of the hall feature representations of the region's rivers, flora, and fauna, as well as human presence and technological advances such as the steamboat. There is also a screen that recreates a passage from José de Alencar's novel, O Guarani. At the top of the hall, the painting The Glorification of Fine Arts in the Amazon, designed by De Angelis, stands out, along with 32 Murano glass chandeliers, busts of illustrious personalities, columns with Carrara marble bases, and mirrors from Italy and France. The theater has a model made in Denmark in the 1960s as part of a tribute to historical monuments around the world, which was donated in 2001. It is composed of 30,000 pieces and is blue, which was the color of the Amazonas Theater during the 1970s. It also has an exhibition room with other models, samples of materials used in its construction, a chronological summary of important events, and the history of Eduardo Gonçalves Ribeiro, who was governor of Amazonas on 2 occasions, notably from 1892 to 1896. It was during this period of his government that the theater's construction, which had been halted, was resumed and intensified. In addition to a shop selling various handicrafts, the theater also has a café, whose walls are decorated with plaques commemorating festivals and artists who have performed there, such as the great English ballerina Margot Fonteyn, Rosé Carreira, the Brazilian Symphony Orchestra, and the Italian Opera Company, which was the first to perform after the theater's inauguration, among many others. Currently, the Amazonas Theater is the stage for various events such as the Amazonas Opera Festival and the dance and theater festivals, classical performances presented by artistic groups and also popular performances. The performances usually take place in the evening and most of them are free. Visiting hours are Tuesday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Admission is free for visitors from Amazonas. Come visit the Amazonas Theater and discover this spectacular architectural and historical symbol in the city of Manaus, which impresses its visitors. Whether you are a city resident or a tourist, visiting it is an opportunity to connect with art, history, and this valuable heritage of Amazonas in Brazil.